Boom.
And then clap sync and 3, 2, 1, clap. Let's try that one more time.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Is it 1, 2, 3, clap when you say clap, or 1, 2, 3,
yes.
clap and then okay?
1, 2, 3, clap.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, clap. Y'all good?
I think that was better. Yeah.
All right. So welcome to the 4th episode of Noob Show. Noob, and we got long-time listener, first-time caller Kevin.
Hey,
Kevin.
what's up, everyone?
And then Matt and Toker. Hey, everyone.
You're too much.
Fuck you. Oh, God. So, fucking shit, man. I got Noobs Notes now, because I don't have to write on garbage anymore.
That's too bad. That was a good bit last time.
I saw that.
I was enjoying that. What do we have on the pizza box right now?
Pizza box was notes for last episode. And I don't know if y'all can see that. It's just a fucking, let's see.
Our listeners can't see it.
Well, no one can see this because it's an audio podcast.
Well, if any of your listeners happen to work in a kitchen, that looks like a prep list written on a ticket receipt.
Oh, good old times.
They know.
Oh, yes.
Hey, honestly, sometimes being in an audio podcast makes me feel trapped. So trapped, like getting your dick stuck in a cage and someone won't let you out until they pay you Bitcoin.
What?
That's oddly specific.
That sounds way too specific. Like you've been in that trap before.
Not
So we're
this
talking
time.
about dreams again today, or is that something traumatic that happened to you in real life?
Not me, but several dozens of people got their dick held for ransom.
Is that
Hold
what
on.
Uncle Punch?
Thought I saw something about that, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, you guys thought this was just a bit. No, this
I
is
thought
a
it was
new
a
story.
bit. You're right.
I was like, damn, y'all are being like really hamming it up with the accents.
No, I forgot that. Who shared that article with us?
That was me.
It was you. Yeah.
I must have missed that article. What was it?
It's in Noobs Notes. So in October of last year, a chastity cock cage called Cellmate, which is a Wi-Fi enabled cock cage that locks, got hacked and then fucking held ransom for Bitcoin. And then I believe the hacker would send messages, hold on, your cock is mine now.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Okay,
So it's like
yeah.
it's a kink thing, right? Where people
Yeah.
put their it's what do they call it before the technology got involved?
Chastity belt?
Yeah. But this one has Wi-Fi capabilities, and it's just another note to why we need to be careful of artificial intelligence.
5G.
Yeah.
Well, I
staying
think
off the
that's
grid.
more of a lesson of be cautious of chastity belts, not necessarily Wi-Fi. That does a lot of good.
An old chastity belt, if you lost the key, you just go to your trusty locksmith and
Ting, 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 ting.
take your pants off, and you're like, I need to get out of this thing, please.
Well, no, people still got out of it. Essentially what they had to do is either one, they could snap open the belt with a screwdriver and break it, which isn't covered by the warranty. Or you could call customer support and they could help you get out of it.
It sounds like a delightful phone call.
I want all those phone calls.
I
mean,
would love to hear the audio tape of that.
Do you get the extra warranty when you buy one of those? I mean, do you pay the extra $4 to get the extended warranty?
Depends on how much you pay for the chastity belt. If it's less than $50, I'd say no. But if you get one of the really nice ones, you might want to go ahead and throw in on that.
Right. I mean, the one he got, his came with Wi-Fi, which I know only the really expensive cars come with like Wi-Fi. So I'm thinking
Holy shit!
he paid a lot for it.
This thing's $182.
See, I would pay the $4 for the extended warranty.
Huh?
It's fucking. You can buy this on Amazon. I mean,
Really?
And it still has it has 3-star reviews even after everything that happened.
Well, I got to think that some of those people's, and I don't want to kink shame here, but some of those people's fantasies might be that a machine takes over the chastity belt and they can't get it off. That's got to be
Yeah, I
You know,
mean,
that's got to be somebody's wet dream, right?
I think we've
Oh,
established
no, I'm sure.
that there's, if it's out there, somebody's got a fetish about it.
If it's a chastity belt, how turned on can you really get? Doesn't the chastity belt stop you from getting...
That's the challenge, Kevin. That's the challenge that we all enjoy.
Yeah,
Yes, Kevin, that is what it does.
I've never worn one, so I don't know.
Well,
You sure, Matt?
Yeah.
Do you want to? So this week we're enabling our new OnlyFans. For just the low price of $5 a month, you can see Matt dress up as a maid.
$5? Come on, man.
Well,
But
as soon
it's
as we get
every
more-
month. You can't cancel with less than 2 years, or else there's a $500 surcharge.
I don't know if I like that
It's a
either,
two-
because that means I'm stuck doing that for 2 years.
It's a 2-year contract.
we just said content, not quality content.
Well, yeah.
You do whatever you want to on there.
That's whatever I want to.
But you got to keep our Yelp reviews. Does OnlyFans have like a Yelp review? Like,
No, but it should.
That's cross-contamination of websites.
And there has to be some type of review.
For a $10 OnlyFan pledge, you can get Matt's Wi-Fi password to his chastity belt that we're going to buy him.
that's our next stretch goal for the Patreon.
$100
Is Wi-Fi enabled chastity belts.
$180 chastity belt with Wi-Fi.
Everybody has to wear it.
It's a good purchase we've made there.
We're being very wise with our Patreon money.
Well, I think that's the quickest way to reach the stretch goals. Make sure none of us do any further breeding.
They'll damn sure make me
They,
advertise more.
Oh, I would be a cranky son of a bitch.
Would you like Toker to have a kid? If not, get us to $1,000 on Patreon.
I mean, I think it might be funny, but I don't think that's a good reason to have a kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more than $1,000. I've done some research into kids that I don't want.
Yeah.
They tend to be kind of expensive.
Yeah, a couple $100,000.
What website do you use to shop for kids?
OnlyFans.
Oh, come on.
Kevin.
God. We saved those jokes for Frakes. What are you doing?
You don't have much room to talk, Matt. So in the last episode, you were just straight up dissing Ryan, his kid, and his wife.
I was not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so I
out
went
of
back
context.
and listened to it, and I think what he was trying to say and didn't because he was drunk is that the goblin photo is hideous.
Yeah.
But what it came across is you just saying, "Oh man, his wife must be hideous."
It took me about 3 listens to understand. He's saying, "Oh, if that's Ryan's kid, then she must be hideous."
Right, that's what I was saying. Right, so because Toker was
sounded
saying
bad,
that
Matt.
that's his kid, and I was like, what? His wife must be hideous if that's his
His
kid.
kid posed for the artwork.
Right.
His kid is not the artwork.
Doesn't look like a goblin. I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't know. I've only ever seen one of his kids. I've never seen the other one.
All kids of a certain age do look like goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they fall out the vagina, that's just an ugly, just a mess of.
Yeah, it
a
looks.
mess of human
It looks
flesh.
like a very a foot
They
and a
have
half.
oblong heads.
Some people grow out of that. Some people don't. Kevin.
No, mine's
purple?
not oblong.
Sometimes they're
It's
purple?
just
It's
really
weird.
large.
Yeah.
It's a watermelon on a toothpick.
Well, we won't say a toothpick.
Yeah.
More like
I don't know what's under that beard. It might be a toothpick. We don't know.
That's why I grew the beard, to hide the toothpickiness.
Hide your skinny neck.
I look like a bobblehead sometimes.
more than sometimes.
It's like
Your body is just a kid holding a balloon, and your neck is the string, and the balloon is up top.
So, Toker, did you go hunting as a kid?
Yeah.
What'd you hunt for?
My dad was more of a deer hunter, so I mostly deer, but I did some bird, and then I went off my own murder rampages with a BB gun, killing squirrels and birds and snakes and stuff because we didn't have internet or neighbors, so
Or supervision.
Here's a lot of alone time with a BB gun, and there's the woods.
Yeah, it's not a good combo. But
I thought it was great.
in Oklahoma City, a lawmaker is trying to impose a Bigfoot hunting season.
Look out, Kevin.
I'm not that hairy. I might have a very large beard, but outside of that, body hair is rather low.
Yeah.
My other question would be, say you guys went out and caught Bigfoot. What kind of reward do you want?
I think catching Bigfoot is reward enough.
I would. You know what I would want? I would want a crisp, high definition, very clear photo with him that I could share. I would be the richest person in the world.
I would go for Bigfoot slippers.
You would want him taxidermied.
You would.
No. Not
You're gonna kill him and take his
feet.
feet.
Just
I want
Just
the
a
feet.
pair of Bigfoot slippers.
You guys vamp. I gotta go shut this dog up.
You can get that. You can get that now. I mean, you could get. I've got
No, but
giant Hobbit slippers. There's
Right,
you can,
but that's
Wait,
my
guys.
reward.
The host of the show just left.
he did leave.
Well, time for us to
Did leave.
run rampant.
Yeah, what are we gonna? What can we say that he won't hear until he edits this show?
Oh, I
That-
don't know. Did he take his gun with him right now when he went out to fight this dog?
He said
His
he
dog's
was
going crazy. He might be really backwoods. Back when they used to just shoot a dog. You
They
know?
was just-
Oh, that one's no good anymore.
That was
Shit.
no good. That one got sick. Take it out. Ugh, I lived in the country. That's how. Yeah, he didn't take much
Here
to
he
the
comes,
vet. He's back.
rushing back.
He's back. Ooh, glad you
And
can
that's
make it.
why kindergarten kids.
Exactly.
I
But
can't wait to listen to the.
I
the
still
little
like
nugget I
those
missed.
suckers.
It was a whole lot of us saying, what are we going to talk about while he's gone, and not coming to any decision.
Way to ruin the
Horrible.
suspense, Kevin.
Yeah.
But
can't-
Like I was saying,
Well-
the bounty for Bigfoot is only $25,000. And that's
That's
a
it?
little bit. That's what I was thinking. That's a little bit disappointing.
25,000
That's
to.
really low.
I think Kevin was right. I would want Bigfoot slippers made out of his feet.
Why are y'all? I don't understand why you gotta kill Bigfoot. Like, have you seen Harry and the Hendersons? I want
No.
that experience. You've never seen?
Yeah, that's a rhetorical question. If you say, have you ever seen a movie to Noob that hasn't come out in the last 20 years? He hasn't seen it.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But how lucky is a rabbit's foot, right? A rabbit's foot is only like yay big, and
Yeah.
by yay, I'm holding up it's a peanut-filled M&M. Bigfoot's
fuck calls it a
foot
peanut
must be the luckiest foot on the planet, right?
Can you get me some of those M&Ms filled with peanuts?
How lucky is the rabbit's foot to the rabbit?
I mean, he's got
Yeah,
4
rabbits
of
don't
them,
have souls. We've gone over that before. In
and it's
history
been
class, I think.
one of them's feet's been cut off, so I don't know if he's that lucky. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
No,
what
I
I'm saying.
would. I mean, I guess, but that's a hell of a thing to put in your pocket.
That'd be
Or
on a
on your
chain like a
keychain.
rapper.
Oh,
Flavor
wow.
Flav.
Yeah, if I get Bigfoot's foot, I'm wearing it around my neck like Flavor Flav.
Except it would be the size of your chest.
You don't know. You could get like one of Bigfoot's kids and have a pocket-sized
Oh.
foot.
God, that reminds me. Did you ever see Your Highness?
Yeah.
The movie Your Highness,
With,
where it was like they capture the Minotaur, they kill the Minotaur, and it's like the Minotaur horn. You know, you gotta take the horn off because it's your first kill. And she goes, you can't saw off a Minotaur's horn; it's indestructible. So then the next time you see him, he's just wearing the Minotaur dick around his neck.
What is this show?
It's
It's
a
a
movie.
movie.
Your Highness. It's Natalie Portman's in it, and Al. Is it what the hell?
The guy
Franco.
from Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, and then
James Franco.
James Franco's
before we
in
all
it.
knew he was a sexual predator, apparently.
is he really?
Sexual predator?
I
He
didn't know
is
that.
too stoned to be a sexual predator.
There's a difference between being stoned and just looking stoned.
Well, he's friends with Seth Rogen.
Rogan.
So he definitely is a stoner. I'd imagine the two of them have to be hardcore, smoke all the time stoners.
To be honest, I haven't looked into that at all. I don't know if James Franco is a sexual predator. I might be spouting
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like,
falsehoods.
about a lot of people in the last couple of years have been outed, shit like that. So I didn't know if I'd missed his.
My own personal view on the Me Too movement and outing
Oh,
and
no.
canceling all
This will be
the celebrities. they ran out of people that are really doing bad shit, and then going after people who are really innocent, but he told a joke one time or were playing a part, and they thought that was really them. Yeah, this one time, James Franco was stuck in a room.
I don't know.
So-
Some of those things that came out were pretty horrible.
Yeah, so James Franco was accused of sexual assault.
Yeah,
That's as far as I'm reading into it.
that's plenty. That's all we
Yeah.
need to know. I was upset the other day because it's John Mulaney, right?
Yeah.
I like John Mulaney, and then something got posted about like John Mulaney just went into rehab, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And then I was like, you know what really sucks is that now I know that. I shouldn't know that John Mulaney's in rehab. That's none of my fucking business.
It's not.
Well, did he announce it?
Who announces that to outside of their family? And
lot
if
of
he did
people
announce
do.
it, really? Like on Facebook and shit, like, hey, I'm going to rehab. I've got severe problems.
Well, I mean, there was a whole show about it. What was
Yep.
that show?
Intervention.
Intervention.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I was going
show.
with Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew.
There's that too. But those people are getting paid. Like, I don't think John Mulaney was getting paid to go to rehab.
No,
I mean,
he
maybe
was trying to get healed of whatever his problem is.
But I mean, maybe he did say it because it puts more accountability because he's famous.
Maybe. I didn't think about that.
But
Or that might, the famous thing. If me as an alcoholic, being Matt, sees a famous
Me?
celebrity that I really like going into rehab, trying to fix their problems, that gives them the strength to go, I can do it too.
Well, I know enough to know that the first step is admitting you have a problem, so I ain't getting anywhere near that.
well, that's my. I think I figured something out for this show too with Matt.
Yeah.
There's actually two types of Matt. There's, this is the only second time you've been on this podcast.
No, it's the third.
The other time you weren't. No, you weren't here.
No, that was drunk Matt.
No,
Yeah.
I was drunk, man.
That was drunk Matt.
That was
Yeah.
beyond drunk Matt. That was wasted Matt. I've listened to that episode.
That was a lot of fun.
I like it. That was fun to listen
We
Well,
to.
talked about Godzilla a lot.
I like Godzilla. I don't like him to win, but
Let's not bring that up again.
I'm
We've
sorry.
already filled up 2 or 3 of our shows with that conversation.
I'm not talking about Godzilla. I'm going to
Yeah.
talk about Kong. I watched Kong Skull
Oh,
Island.
let's not talk about Kong either because he
and
sucks.
really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that movie.
yeah.
Let's talk about Tom Brady kissing his son on the mouth. That's way more entertaining
Yes.
than King Kong.
Y'all, leave them alone. That's not weird. I
Matt.
I don't do that. And
Have you watched the video?
No, I haven't. I haven't
Watch the
seen
video.
it.
It's weird.
He doesn't come across. He's not a weirdo though. It's just like some people kiss their kids on the mouth and stuff. It's like,
And that's fun, but it's the long kiss on the mouth that's too much.
what is it, like open mouth tonguing? I mean, is it?
It might be.
Let me
Oh,
set the
stop.
stage.
Yeah.
Can I set the stage?
Please.
Tom Brady is getting a shirtless massage from a man, which is fine.
He's
Yeah.
an NFL player, got to work out the muscles.
Physical
His
therapist.
son, who has to be around 10, comes in and asks him, I can't remember, like, can I get on a video game or something? He asked him, and he was like, sure, but you know what I want. So his son's like, and he, like, walks over, and he pecks his dad on the mouth,
Yeah.
and then turns around to leave. That's, in my opinion, a little weird, but acceptable.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And
That's
Tom
not,
Brady goes, that's not enough. And his son comes back and gives him, it's like a Mississippi 2 count. Kiss on the mouth. It's
Okay.
too long. It's
That's your
weird.
son, not your date.
Their saliva intermingled.
Maybe that's why.
I remember the point where my dad, like, I used to give my dad a kiss goodnight every night. And then when I got into
College.
probably middle school, I want to say middle school, is when my dad had to tell me, how old are you when you enter middle school?
Like
It
11.
depends on how good you were
Yeah.
in elementary school, really.
Sixth grade, so 11 or 12. Yeah.
So
Okay,
Kevin was probably about 23.
Yeah.
my dad had to tell me, guys don't kiss other guys, and I was restricted to hugging my dad only.
What? Well, I mean, I don't know.
When you kissed your dad, Kevin, did you always cup his butt a little and make sure that you put a nice, firm, secure hand behind his head?
Yeah, you don't.
I
maybe you just got tired of your technique.
Everything.
Cupping's not
just
okay,
tired
but
of
I mean, smacking your dad on the ass as you kiss him is probably
Yeah.
fine. I don't know.
Is it?
I know. I don't know. I don't kiss my kids. Like, I don't kiss, not on the mouth. Like, I don't. I mean, they're only 7, but I'm.
I really hope
I
you
never
don't, Matt.
kissed my dad on the mouth.
No, I don't. I mean, I can get cheek or forehead. That's it. But that's it's like a. I don't.
So my favorite thing about Tom Brady is not only does he kiss his son on the mouth, he also kisses his dad on the mouth too.
Well, I mean, it's passed down. It's
Yeah, I was
obviously,
gonna say.
it's passed down from generation to generation. I'm sure when the camera's not on, he kisses his massage therapist on the mouth too, but not like passionately.
No, he doesn't kiss his massagist on the mouth. He kisses him somewhere else. Below the belt.
I think he's also got caught kissing his coach.
I think it's called a mouth hug.
Yeah, but see, I mean, shit like that. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe it doesn't matter if you're rich, but I don't know. I like I said, that stuff like that does follow you into middle school, and middle school kids are just the worst.
And it's even weirder because he's laying on his back and his son is going over the top to give him even just a little peck.
It's like a sideways Spider-Man kiss.
Yeah.
It is a little bit, yep.
It's not quite as erotic as the upside down, but it's getting there.
It's
not
3/4
done
of the way there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's also the weirdest massage because all he's doing is like just jostling one.
Wait,
That-
there's gonna be more. What was that? Like a peck? Come back here and kiss Tom Brady like a man.
He's gonna. I really hope because Tom Brady's going to the Super Bowl this year, right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
He is the first ever.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. It was 2 Mississippi.
And he's wiping his mouth off.
No, he is honestly they are the first team
that's weird.
to ever go to the Super Bowl in the town that is hosting the Super Bowl. You know, in 50,
Yeah,
55 years, I think, or 53 years of moving the Super Bowl around. First team to ever make it to the Super Bowl when their city is hosting the Super Bowl. They are legitimate, the home team. And in 55 years or whatever it might have been, the first team to do that is pretty impressive.
I thought the Giants did that one year, and I thought didn't the
Nope.
New Orleans do that one year whenever they
No team has ever been the city, the host team for the Super Bowl, and that team make it to the Super Bowl.
I'm glad you watch sports, Kevin.
Yes.
I mean, there's always one in any nerd group, I guess.
I watch it sometime. I haven't watched any football this year.
Kevin, are you from Buffalo?
I am not. I am born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina, but both of my parents are from Buffalo, New York.
Okay,
so-
that's what it was.
So
I was
you
like,
grew
why
up
are you...
watching the Bills and
Yep,
the Bulls.
before there was a Carolina Panthers, I was
Yeah.
a Bills fan.
Well, I mean, Atlanta's been there. I mean, Atlanta's about the same distance as the Panthers.
No, it's 2 hours further to get to Atlanta than Charlotte.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe for y'all.
I mean, it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Learjet. They're all the same distance to him.
The other good thing about a Learjet is that when you're a preacher, it gets you closer to God, so you can bring the sermon down to the poor people.
Ah, yes.
Oh, that stuff.
Speaking of getting closer to God, so I posted a news story where it was talking about a guy who destroyed 500 COVID vaccines.
Oh,
No,
I thought you
yeah.
were going to talk about Dustin Diamond.
get to that.
Oh, that's
We'll
sad.
get to Screech's last screech, but anyway,
Oh,
he destroyed.
too soon. Well, it's gonna air a week from now, so we'll be all right.
But the dude destroyed 500 vaccines. There's no cause. They couldn't find a reason. It was in Wisconsin. And he's a flat earther. But my new favorite was a conspiracy theory, is that he believed the government puts up the sky so we can't see God.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
I mean, prove him wrong. Prove him wrong.
I don't know.
You can't do it.
Throw a rock up
So
there,
he's right.
Or you can shoot your gun in the air.
Yeah.
It's
Or you can see all the pictures from space.
Because you shoot your gun up in there like that, it just keeps going. It's not like right? Because the atmosphere gets thinner, and then it just goes off into space.
Matt, do you know how guns work?
Yeah, you pull the trigger, and it shoots a bullet forever.
And it just goes forever.
It goes forever. Well, unless it hits something, but there's nothing to hit. If there was something to hit, then this guy
God,
would be right.
there is God to hit up there. How dare you shoot at God?
I think
Alright.
he'll be all
All
right.
right, Toker, you can talk about Diamond now with Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, Dustin Diamond died. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Just
It's
wanted to put that out
sad.
there. that he's
I was really.
No.
I hate to see people that near my age die.
He died quickly. If it was lung cancer.
Yeah.
But so we're sitting at work and we were kind of dead. And it was me and the bartender and just one random person at the bar who ended up being kind of cool. They were the ones that brought it up. And then I, without thinking, started making jokes about him being dead. And they were like, "It's kind of soon for that." And I was like, "Well, were y'all friends with him? Do you know his family? Are you gonna post these jokes on Facebook?" No. Well, then okay, let's move on with our days. Because as far as I know, he was just the dude from Saved by the Bell 20 years ago. I haven't kept up with him.
Has he done anything else of notice?
He boxed for a while.
I think he was on Big Brother or one of those shows.
Yeah.
Celebrity Big Brother. He did 2 spin-offs from Saved by the Bell. He was in the college years, and then whatever.
So Saved by the Bell was syndicated, which means that they all should have been getting loads of money.
Some money.
But
Yeah.
they were saying, I mean, who doesn't know what Saved by the Bell is?
Everybody
at least?
does, yeah.
I know what it is. I know the name Screech, and I know the name Saved by the Bell.
Right. So that dude should still be getting some kind of royalties from it. So the girl at the bar ended up going through like a deep dive of where Screech is at, and it was like, oh, his net worth, that's everything he owned together, $300,000. Which for somebody who's
It's
at
not a
least
lot.
known throughout all of America, at least, I don't know how well internationally Saved by the Bell went, but you'd think he'd be worth more. And I started making the joke that I bet it's all in cash. He didn't have a house or a car, and he didn't even own the bed that he kept all the money under. He paid rent on that. So he had $300,000 cash.
Cash
And
money.
The first person that can find a mattress gets to keep it all.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Well-
you also become Screech.
That goes with it, yeah.
His house was being, I think, in the process of being repossessed.
Well, I mean, to have $300,000 in net worth, I don't know.
He had
That's terribly
celebrity
sad.
porn money. Like he made.
Oh, he did do a porno.
porno.
What? I don't know if I
No,
want to
is he
see.
not?
I don't want to see that. Nobody
No
wants
one
to
wanted to
that.
see it, apparently.
His pubic hair had the same haircut as he did on the show. That was kind of the gimmick.
Was it called Saved by the Bell End?
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Probably.
Shaved by the Bell?
Nope, he didn't shave. That was the joke Toker was making. It's
Oh.
not that same
It was
bro.
very on the nose. It was just called
Sad.
Screech Fucks. That's the name.
I mean, maybe Zach or Tiffany Thiessen. So I would sign up for that, but I don't know. That's weird. I didn't even know. I didn't
y'all
know
Spend
that.
money for Zach fucks?
No, I'm not me personally, maybe, but I'm just saying that would be probably a bigger selling point for a porno.
I'd probably spend money to see him get fucked. That's
They,
that's just how much I disliked his character from Saved by the Bell. That's something about me, really. That
Well, there is a website of Zach Morris's trash.
Mhm.
And
What is it?
Zach Morris is trash. And they would go through all the episodes of Saved by the Bell and lay out how much of a shitty friend Zach Morris is. Much like what happened to me. He buys a gift of a nice bottle of bourbon and gives everyone a shot of the bottle of bourbon.
That's mild Zach Morris. There's like
Yes.
him. He's the reason what's her face gets addicted to pain pills, and then he doesn't take any responsibility for it. And in the context of a 15-minute show, you really don't pick up on those little nuances because it cuts. There's a lot of like just cutting from one scene to the next.
Are we
There's
still
not a lot
talking
of
about
character.
Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is the Saved by the Bell hour.
just let it happen.
Just
Let
go
happen,
with it.
dude. How well is this? How well are you picking up on what we're talking about to the listeners who are your age?
Yeah.
Are they going to know what we're talking about?
Probably not.
I zoned out for a minute because I was trying to think of the lead singer of Creed. What was his name?
Scott Stepp.
Scott Stapp.
Scott
Yep.
Stapp.
So I'm glad all three of you know it.
Yeah.
So Kid Rock's... No. It was either Kid Rock's estate or Sam Stepp's estate that got robbed. And in that robbery was a VHS tape, which was a sex tape of him or Steve Stepp,
No,
Kid
Scott
Rock, and
Stapp.
Scott
Steve Stapp. Steve Stapp all
Yeah.
day.
Scott Stapp, Kid
He
Rock.
does a song called With Legs Wide Open instead. It's a weird transition.
Legs wide open.
Well, there's just a sex tape on VHS of those two and two chicks.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a big thing that came out with that, and Kid Rock was just like, who the fuck cares? We're rock stars. That's what we do.
I'm Kid fucking Rock.
And because Scott made like a big deal, like, oh, I can't believe this invasion of privacy and all this stuff like that. And Kid Rock was the one. He was the one that wanted to make the video. I don't know what the fuck he's pissed off about somebody seeing it. He said, you don't make a video unless you don't care about somebody seeing it. And now everybody's seen it. So
I love how Matt, no matter what kind of mild pop culture thing comes up, he can give you an essay. Whether it be Ariana Grande or Kid Rock.
Machine Gun Kelly was on Saturday Night Live.
yeah.
That's the first I've seen of Machine Gun Kelly. I believe you said he is punk rock.
Yeah, that's his like his genre now.
That's the image he portrays.
That's
But
what
he
he
is not.
No,
he's
I mean
not
he was a rapper or whatever. He came up as a rapper, but it's
That was horrible that I sat through.
What?
I sat through that Saturday Night Live. That was not good.
I liked it.
I mean, that's fine that you like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock you on it too much, but I will say that dude looks like somebody who wants people to think he's punk rock.
Yeah, he's a rapper. That's where his name and everything,
Yeah,
nickname and all that stuff comes from. But
well, he got famous as far as I consider famous that I've heard of him when him and Eminem had a feud going on because they recorded a couple tracks and went back and forth with disses towards each other, which I guess record a diss towards Eminem and you'll be on his next album
well,
with a
they
diss back, but why would you pick a fight with, someone who has
I'll tell you
and will beat you in rap disses?
You know why, Kevin? Because now you know who Machine Gun Kelly is.
yeah,
True.
It doesn't matter who won that. Eminem said his name. You know Eminem. Now you know Machine Gun Kelly. Whether you like him or not, his fan base probably doubled
right.
after that.
Well, and I think I'm not positive on this. I'm pretty sure that he worked with Eminem and some of those guys as he was coming up, as far as in the rap game or whatever. So, but I don't know. I like his music. I kind of like that combo. It's good.
No, I didn't like it.
Nah. That's fine.
Yeah.
You have to,
It's
I don't.
not what I expected. I thought it was going to be Green Day, but it was more Good Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean it's in that same. Yeah,
You leave Good Charlotte alone.
They're
It
Do
is
not
definitely-
leave Good Charlotte alone. They are pop punk to the nth degree and suck for it. I am not a fan
They,
of pop punk at all.
I was
pop
listening
punk's
to
like one
some
of my
Good Charlotte
favorite
last night when I
genres.
was doing a '90s dive, and but they had their one or two songs. I actually saw Good Charlotte in concert a couple times, so at some music festivals and whatnot.
I would have chosen to go to another stage.
No, I mean, if I could go see a band live, sometimes it'll change my mind. Everybody gives Nickelback loads of shit.
Yeah,
They are a great live band.
it's a fun. I've been.
I do not like their music, but they do it very well live. I'll give them credit on being not a overly studio produced to get a sound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, one thing I'll say about Nickelback, You can say you don't like Nickelback all you want, but if I put on a Nickelback song and you start singing along, I'm smacking the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
That's fine. I mean, people say they don't like Nickelback.
Photograph.
If you you go on YouTube and Google one of their videos, and it's like 400 million views. I mean, people like Nickelback, and the same thing. I've seen Nickelback in concert, and they do a phenomenal concert.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. They do a good show.
That's happened to me with a few bands. It was Linkin Park. I was never a big I didn't dislike them like I do Good Charlotte because they're terrible, but I didn't care for Linkin Park until I saw them live, and they're one of those bands that sound really good live.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I've found bands that I really liked, and then saw them live, and then go, oh, they can't replicate that sound live. I just wasted my money to come see them because now I don't like them anymore.
Actually, I'd rather see that than see a band that performs and it sounds exactly like their CD. I want some live solos. I want, someone stretching something out.
That's not what I'm saying. The quality of the music is only good because the studio makes it good. It's not that they're playing the same thing off the album.
Yeah, Kevin, you're talking about variety. He's talking about the fact that they can't hit that note, but every 20 times they try to sing it, and in the studio
Chris
you
Cornell
can sing it.
at the end of his life.
Yeah.
I saw numerous performances from Chris Cornell, the latter third of his life, and when he tried to hit those notes, Rusty Cage or anything from Audio Slave, and his voice just stopped when it was on the way up to that note.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people they have really great songs on recorded songs when they start out like this. That's that they can't replicate that. And there's other things involved too. I think you have to have a really phenomenal, amazing voice to sound great live. But because there's a lot of acoustical things that they control in a studio that they can't control, in those venues and stuff like that. But
Toker, did you ever listen to Ghost?
Yeah.
Would you say you're a fan, or you think they're just okay?
More than okay. I mean, I don't dive into all their material, but the stuff that I've listened to, and I've got one of their vinyls. I enjoy it. It's good.
They were one of the only bands. Actually, the only band I've seen live, and their live show is fucking great too.
They're the only band you've seen live? Mm-hmm. You haven't been to any other live concerts or shows?
Well,
I saw Todrick Hall at Pride, but that was kind of like an passing thing.
Right. Is that just something kids your age don't really do anymore?
No, apparently I'm the weird one for that.
Okay.
Well, also nobody comes to South Carolina.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
I learned that from it's our location.
Yeah,
It's cheaper. It's too expensive for a band to go out of its way to come here. If they go to North Carolina or Atlanta, they're pulling from a 360-degree landmass of people that can come see them. When you play the coast, unless we're like really popular like New York or places in California, they're cutting off a lot of that landmass where people would come from to see the show.
fish don't buy tickets.
Yeah.
And I'm also...
It doesn't help that the interstate ends in Charleston, whereas if you stay on 95 or another interstate, you can just keep on moving along that interstate and hit another stop versus... Okay, the end of the tour could be Charleston because we're the end of the road.
While that sucks because we don't get as many shows, it's also great because we tend to get... Like, Primus made it a point to come here one year just because they've never been here. And they put on a really weird, cool show at the Performing Arts Center. I forget, there's been a few times where bands will go out of their way to come here, and then you'll get like a kind of unique experience. Because it's not part of the main tour.
Yeah.
Or you get to see those really cooler, smaller kind of... One of my favorite, like the House of Blues, you get those really cool, like intimate, smaller shows. I saw Jonathan Davis from Korn play there, but without his band. He had a jazz band with him, and he did all the Queen of the Dam soundtrack and a bunch of B-sides, but it was all rewritten for jazz.
No,
Phenomenal show. Very unique.
Yeah, we had in Charlotte, we had a place called Tremont Music Hall that was like that. It was a very small venue. I don't think they can maybe maybe 400, 500 people in there at a time. But I got to see Three Doors Down and some of those other big names, like when they were starting out, because they would come places like Charlotte, and that was those type of settings were cool when the stage was only a foot high and you could stand right at the right in front of it.
I've seen many great shows of a place that is now in the COVID list of businesses that will never reopen. Unfortunately, the Music Farm will never reopen. And
yeah, that's sad. I never
years,
had a chance to go.
Especially working at the radio station, when I could, whether we were covering the show or had anything to do with the show, I could just walk right in, and the bouncers were like, letting me cut line and just getting me in.
He's talking about cocaine.
But it is a place that unfortunately will never reopen.
You don't think they'll reopen maybe even something similar?
No, there was an article I saw from the city paper about a month ago that said the Music Farm is closed, out of business.
No, but I mean, as far
to
as
say that they'll never reopen, that might be a bit of extraction because we don't know, like, if they're, what'll happen to that space. I can't imagine that space will stay empty for long.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and it's set up for as a venue, and venues are not. I mean, they're not a lot of them in Charleston.
And with what they put into the building most recently, as far as upgrades, it'll
bathroom doors
again.
New
but
toilets.
It won't be the Music Farm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's bars that have really good music, like Tin Roof and things like that, and then the Poorhouse. But as far as, like, having an actual, like, music venue bar, like, with the size like that, there's what? Who else? Windjammer? Which I haven't been to Windjammer. I don't know how big that place is. But
It's smaller than the Music Farm, that's for sure.
Oh.
I think
that's
something else
really
will be in
local conversation for
It is.
a wider audience. It's a very specific Charleston discussion there about music venues.
But if you guys could go or see one concert of someone who's alive or dead, who would it be?
Breaking Benjamin.
Really?
Yeah, for me.
God, every band that comes out of your mouth is somewhat of a surprise for me.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm not telling you not to like them, but what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I like Ariana Grande and Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've actually got playlists with both of them in it.
It's not just that you said Breaking Benjamin. You didn't hesitate. There's no editing out the silence while we figured out what we're going to... You immediately was Breaking... I want to go see Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, that's one of those bands, like, I mean, I would love to see Ariana Grande in concert. I just think it would be weird and awkward.
I'll go with you, man.
For her.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be... No, I mean...
Me and you can get backstage passes. We'll go meet Ariana, me and you.
But, Breaking Benjamin, though, that's one of those bands that due to timing and marriages and all the other stuff, I never got to see them live. And that's just been
one of those bands for me that got destroyed by working at a radio station that played into the genre.
Sure.
So I had to play them every 2 hours in my show, and by the end I would rather eat a bullet than listen to that track again.
Yeah, I understand. No, I mean, I understand that sentiment, but I'm just, anyway. Who else? What y'all got?
If we're talking a show, if I got to see a show today, it would be Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. If I could go back in time and see any show of all time, I'd go to see Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock.
You can't see Tom Petty today. He died.
Yeah, so both of those would be...
Right, but if we're talking go back to see a specific concert...
Oh, okay.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I was talking about, like, today.
Tom Petty's my biggest. I miss Tom Petty. I was this close to getting tickets the summer he died, and was like, I've already got tickets to go see Primus and Alt J, so I'll wait. I'll go see Tom Petty next year. And he died, and I still kicked myself about missing that show.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be my answer, would be Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty?
Somebody else that would be really good to see that's, like, not around anymore. I mean, Prince.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be huge. I'm not a big fan of Michael Jackson's music, but his shows, I would have loved to be like one of his old, like, back in the early 90s at a fucking
Thriller.
Michael Jackson show where, like, Thriller was at the top thing, and, like, that's the most expensive show you'll ever see in your life was a Michael Jackson show from back then, you know?
If I had to
Yeah.
see a show today, it'd be Ninja Sex Party. Just because they're fucking. They're all.
I mean,
they're
I'm going to giggle every time you say their name.
I listened to. I mean, I listened to. Like, I never heard of them until you mentioned those a few weeks ago. But I listened to some of those, and the music's good. But I mean, do they tour or is it just like
they do tour sometimes.
spoof videos? I mean, they're just. I mean, obviously it's comedy and it's fun, but I mean the music, it's good music, good songs.
Check out their cover albums. They do a lot of '80s covers, and he has the voice for it.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely got the ballad, the rock ballad.
And they're your
voice.
favorite band right now?
Yeah, I think so.
You need to go see them. You need to make that happen.
Well, that's the thing.
Obviously, when the pandemic's over.
Yeah. The closest they were to Charleston so far was New Orleans. And that's a bit of a trip to see a show. I would love to go back to New Orleans.
Well, just because you're taking the trip, and especially that far, and I've been to New Orleans multiple times now.
It's great.
Yeah.
You need to do a trip if they're doing that and can take some extra time off. Go and spend a week in New Orleans.
Just take bail money and make
especially
sure you
with
have
your
that.
career. Getting
I think a big thing with that one is as long as you can have the next day off.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh.
my big thing is like having to come back to work the day after a show.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Well,
if I can get a room for the night and then hang out for another day and then come back the following night, good times.
Yeah. But, and then the band I wish I could see, but he's gone now, is Frank Zappa.
Oh, Zappa would have been a good one.
I don't know who that is.
I didn't know who he was until last year.
Yeah, but you're not 50.
Yeah, but I learned...
How does Matt not know Frank Zappa?
I don't know. I never
Valley
ring a bell.
Girl. She's a Valley Girl. That's
That?
Frank Zappa. Well, he did a lot weirder shit than that. That's his most normal song, probably.
When you get drunk tonight, just go look up Joe's Garage and listen
Oh.
to that.
No,
That's a
but
good
you
one.
it sound like Barbie Girl. That's a different song.
No, not Barbie Girl. Valley Girl.
I know, but the way you sang it, man, it sounded like that's.
It's
I'm
not
a
a good rendition.
Barbie
DJ.
girl. Yeah.
I'm not good at making
Oh.
renditions of...
One of my favorite thing about Frank Zappa is when he had music, he had a fuck ton of musicians. And he had a rhythm guitar, a lead guitar, and a stunt guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And a stunt guitar just did ridiculous solos. And that's why I wanted to see him live. Fucking...
I didn't know much about Frank Zappa. I mean, I knew a little bit of his music coming up, but my favorite band was Korn for a long time, and then they were between drummers, and they came out with their Untitled album. And Terry Bozzio does the drums for that, and he was the drummer for Zappa in his later years, I think, or younger years. That drummer's sick. So, like, his setup is basically he sits in the middle of a ring of drums, and he just drums all the way around, and that's the same kind of... Dude, if you like music, check out some Zappa.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
I don't know, Catholic Girl. Joe's Garage is a good one. And then Bobby Brown Goes Down.
I hadn't listened to any of that in a long, long
Don't ring a
time.
bell. I'll
I get
Yeah, I'll check it
surprised
out.
that came out of the youngest member's mouth.
A
Zappa.
show. You want to speak of shows you kick yourself for not going to? It was, I think, 2018. Ghost was opening up for Iron Maiden in North Carolina. I want to
know-
see Iron Maiden.
I know who Iron Maiden is.
Maiden
Fucking
would
love
be
Iron
a cool concert, especially since they do the props and stuff with Eddie for their shows, and I want to see that.
I want to see Guar too.
Why didn't I say Ronnie James Dio? I should have said Dio. Like Dio when he was with Black Sabbath.
That
Or
is
just
a
Dio
great
in general.
album.
That would have been great.
Ozzy in his prime would be a good one too.
Yeah. I do love some Dio. I feel bad that I said him. That I said Tom Petty instead of
Well,
Dio. I'm
Kevin, I
a
think
dick
Kevin
for
probably
that.
threw that off for you.
Who's
Thanks a
Dio
lot,
again?
Kevin.
Because when I think Dio, I think Holy Diver.
That's
That's
Dio.
Dio.
Okay, that's him. Okay.
But he he replaced Ozzy for Black Sabbath for a long time.
Huh.
And
I didn't know that.
it's him and Yngwie Milstein redo Mr. Crowley. Like, if you haven't heard that cover, it's like there's not much better than what Ozzy would do, but that is better.
Huh. I've never heard it.
I have to agree. At one point, Toker gave me a copy of an album that he had, which is Dio Does Black Sabbath or something like that, but it was the top hit of the year.
It was Black Sabbath, the Dio years.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
still jam that out every once in a while.
Such a great album, front to back. But it's a greatest hit album, so of course every track's gonna be.
Yeah,
fire.
that helps.
The Beatles in their prime. Like,
Sure, whatever.
I like the Beatles.
I've never been a big fan of the Beatles.
I
But
like their music, but I want to see a concert for the show. I saw the Black Keys, and their live show had production to it.
You want to
They
know a
might
good
have-
live show?
They might have just been standing there, but they had props coming out of the stage. They had a giant electric chair, and the background shot lightning.
Yeah, I don't want to be at a Beatles show back in the day because it would be just a bunch of 16-year-old girls screaming the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
same thing with the Michael Jackson concert.
I'd want to go back in time and sit in the studio with the Beatles when they're doing all that weird experimental shit. That could be fun, but I don't want to go see one of their shows. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
Like I said, I'm a fan of the Beatles. Is that mahogany in the background?
That is. We've got Popeyes.
Oh.
We all love Popeyes.
Yeah,
Yes.
every Wednesday we get Popeyes. It's so fucking good.
They still got the best chicken sandwich. Fuck you, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, and the thing, I can eat a Popeyes chicken sandwich without realizing that as I eat this chicken sandwich, I also have to hate the gays. Because
Yeah.
when you eat a Church's chicken, or not Church's,
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, you have to know that you're gay bashing just a little bit with every bite.
I don't
Just
know.
a lot bit.
I have never eaten a Popeyes chicken sandwich, not because I don't want to, but because Chick-fil-A is literally right across the street from my house. So, yeah, I just go there.
You shouldn't eat Chick-fil-A. Matt.
I shouldn't eat Chick-fil-A because it's fast food, but the whole reason I'm eating fast food is because I'm partially lazy and it's convenient.
I mean, nobody goes to fast food thinking that they're making a healthier choice.
No.
But I will say that you should go out of your way to get a Popeyes chicken
He
sandwich.
doesn't
There's
have to go out of his way.
It's a
There's
mile.
one just down the road.
Yeah, it's right down the road.
Kevin,
from
you
me.
don't understand what out of the way means. If he has to go further than across the street to get a chicken sandwich, it is out of the way.
I misspoke anyway. I don't go get it. I send my wife to go get it, but I feel less bad if she just has to go across the street versus me having to go across the street.
Also,
Don't do that this week. We want that banana pudding.
No,
yeah, shout out to you.
Oh, it's-
It won't come out until after this. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
So thank you, Matt's wife, for the banana pudding and
Yeah.
ham sliders.
If y'all knew all the shit I've had to do to get those banana puddings out,
Let's hear some of it, Matt. What's
it's
some of the shit
it's
you
not
had to do?
it's not fun stuff. I've put up new shelves in our bathroom. We redid the hardware in the bathroom. I've fixed holes. We painted. I've got Saturday. I've got to put up a light and replace the sink, the faucets and everything in our bathroom. So yeah,
So are you doing this yourself, or are you calling someone to do this?
no, I have to do it. You don't call people to do shit like that. They come in there and
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect you to know how to do that.
I have YouTube. That's what I do. I break everything, and then I go on YouTube and find out how to put it back together. And sometimes it works.
I used YouTube to change the I had air shocks on the back end of the Lincoln.
Yeah.
They went out. I used YouTube to replace those with coil springs myself.
Yeah.
Now, if I'd had the money, I would rather pay somebody to do it because it's a lot of work. But
yeah, but I mean,
YouTube got me through it.
that's the thing. I've fixed dishwashers and refrigerators. Like if it's minor problems and stuff, I can do a few things.
I've worked as an electrician and had to install lights in new construction, and lights are easy peasy Japanesey.
It's not.
I don't think. Okay.
Anyway, my point was I've done a ton of shit and extra chores, and I'm because my wife and I work on a barter system. That's That's how we roll. Ain't nothing free. So we always make exchanges and deals. So
It's not the worst thing in the world.
it's not like tomorrow. Here I am at 6 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow she's gonna be right after dinner. She's going out shopping, doing a little shopping and stuff. I'm doing the kids' bedtime, all that stuff. So that's how it all. But I gotta make deals. I like making deals, so it's fun. It's good.
Wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing.
I hate doing that shit. Like, I don't want to go to a car dealership and hassle.
Oh, I don't like haggling. Haggling and making a deals, that's different.
I buy most of my cars off the side of the road.
See,
That's not a bad plan.
if you have to hotwire them, Toker, that's not buying them. I don't know if you knew that, but
I pay them.
Because you've had that Lincoln as long as I've known you.
See,
I've had the Lincoln for like 5 years. I've almost 300,000 miles in it. I drive a car till it just can't anymore.
I do the same thing. I got 200 on my Camry.
And it's like, what about, I don't want to make car payments, and I don't want to have the high-end insurance. So,
Nope.
I roll them dice, and I got really lucky with the Lincoln. It's
You've had that for a while.
It's a dope car. I love it.
Do you hear GE is going to try to do all electric cars by 2035?
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be rich enough to not have to drive to work anymore at that point. Because
You know who calls them out on bullshit like that? Nobody after when it's 15 years in the future.
I'm saying I want an electric car.
And really,
I would, yeah.
I understand getting off of oil, but is burning coal to make that electricity that much cleaner and or better?
I don't know. I
Yes.
mean, I don't think the majority of electricity is coal based anymore either. But
The issue with it right now is that there's not a lot of electric cars, so yes, it's more on the environment. But once more switch over, it's a better over time because they can make it quicker. with less
get at
stuff.
me when we got nunuclear powered cars. Then
Oh, that'd be dangerous and awesome.
it's a Ford
not
Fusion,
dangerous.
literally a Ford Fusion.
I'm thinking of like Fallout Nuclear.
See,
Yeah.
But anyway, now we got to record Terrence's show, so I think it's a good place to call it here.
Yeah, fun talk.
I think it's a good place to call it because that Popeye smells fucking delicious in the other room.
You know, I think we can go another 20 minutes and just.
I'm watching. We're at 57 minutes and 39 seconds on my thing. I was like, when we hit an hour, I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, so
See ya.
yeah,
Peace out.
go eat my sandwich.
My sandwich.
Wrap it
I
up,
gotta get
Kevin.
some booze. I'm liquor deprived right now, so I'm getting not pre-gaming. I'm getting prepared for the start of the show.
Wrap it up, Kevin. Let's end the show.
Thanks for listening, guys. And if you haven't listened to Homebrew Detritus, please give that a listen. We have a Patreon. We have all types of stuff. But thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah.
Noob, thanks for having us on your show.
Yes,
I
sir.
love this stupid show.
It's always a great talk. I like doing them. I'm happy to be here for
Definitely
the
was
first
fun.
time.
I'm glad I joined y'all.